Hi, it's a Tiny Gamer, and welcome to day 4 of Vlogmas. It's been a day today, let's just say. It's been rough, and it's been overwhelming. The days are getting busier, and let's just say I'm glad that I'm home again and I can rest and relax. Hope that tomorrow, or I should say the next two, hope tomorrow will be better. But in the meantime, well, last night was rough. I get my days mixed up. Because technically it's the 4th. So yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. Just as I've said before, just trying to take it day by day, But it's not fun being at work and being a little overwhelmed and just, and burnt out and just. But I can get through this. Got through it in years past. I can get through it this year. I have a drink to help me through. I have my kitty over on the bed over there. I can do this. I got my game playing on my computer, ready for me to get back at it once I finish filming. So yeah. Anyways, let's see what day 4 is. Now I looked ahead at what, that's what day 4 is. I looked ahead at what day 3 was, so it's kind of easy for me. So this one is day 4. Also, if you're on TikTok, I hope you've been enjoying me doing the little TikToks of showing what the days are and all that. Supernatural, the Men of Letters Bestiary. We got the Men of Letters, oh my gosh. Winchester Family Edition. Okay. Oh my god, it's a little book that talks about, that's so cool. Okay, we got monsters. Monsters simply put are supernatural creatures that prey on humans. Often, but not always, they were once humans themselves. Each has a particular nature, patterns of behavior, strengths and weaknesses, and knowledge of these is vital if you hope to survive an encounter with one, let alone destroy it. Some monsters are hideous in appearance, while others look no different than any ordinary human. Regardless of what they look like, monsters are considered by most hunters to be irredeemably evil and best destroyed without hesitation or mercy. But not all monsters are the same. Some are savage beasts, while others are intelligent, if no less bloodthirsty. And while it's rare, some that used to be hunters are capable of resisting the impulse to kill. Changelings. Changelings have a very specialized diet, even for monsters. They feed on human synovial fluid, the substance that reduces friction between joints during movement. Oh, okay. Sorry, it's hard to read when it's this small, so bear with me. fastening their circular mounts to the back of a victim's neck. As detailed in legends throughout history, the changeling assumes the appearance of a human child, then feeds off the child's mother. The child is taken underground to be fed on by the mother changeling. Changelings feed off their victims for a period of months before the women die, and then they move on to new homes and fresh victims. The changeling's true appearance can only be seen in a reflective surface such as a mirror or a polished piece of metal. It's my theory that the creature's human guise is an illusion of some sort, one that's not reproduced via reflection. Changelings can be hurt to a certain degree by conventional means, not carnivorous means. But the only way to kill them is to burn them with fire and slay the mother changeling. We encountered a mother changeling and her brood in Cicero, India. We took her out with a flamethrower, and once the mother was dead, all her progeny died instantly. Changelings aren't that hard to kill, but they're difficult to find. They appear as human children, and although they act cold and distant, alerting mothers that something isn't right, few parents realize their children have been replaced by something supernatural. And since victims weaken over the course of months, most people believe they die of some unknown disease, and their deaths aren't reported as suspicious or mysterious. I sometimes wonder how many changelings are out there that we don't know about and may never discover. Okay, ghouls. I hate ghouls. They're scavengers who creep around in graveyards and eat the dead. Gross, right? Ghouls sometimes chow down on living flesh, but that's not the first item on their menu, since ghouls can take on the form of anyone they've eaten throughout their lives. Sometimes they kill a living person so they can take on his or her shape. They also get the memories of that person whose flesh they eat. Like a lot of monsters, they're stronger, faster, and harder to hurt than humans, but cutting off their heads and bashing their brains will kill them. Ghouls are damn hard to find because they can use their victims' memories. This helps them pass themselves off as their victims and blend in with regular humans. Before long, they get the ghoul munchies, though, and when graves start turning up empty or bodies start vanishing from funeral homes, you know there are ghouls around. Once ghouls impersonated our half-brother Adam Milligan and his mother. They wanted to get revenge on our dad, who killed their father. I killed one by shooting it in the head, and the other by bashing his brains in with a lamp. Not the most elegant of weapons, but when you're a hunter, use what you can get your hands on. Ooh, that's a pretty picture. Ruggaroo. Ruggaroo, I think. Ruggaroo appear human, but their skin is wormy, their teeth are rotted, and their eyes are black. They feed on human flesh, possess enhanced strength, speed, and senses, and are invulnerable to all weapons except fire. Ruggaroo began lives as ordinary humans without any knowledge of what they really are. Around the age of 30, they began craving vast quantities of food, and this craving eventually becomes an all-consuming desire for human flesh. Once a Ruggaroo gives into this desire and tastes human flesh, they transform into their monstrous aspect forever. This condition appears to be genetic. It is passed down through family lines and seems only to affect males. Some sources say that a Ruggaroo can forestall his transformation into a monster if he can resist the urge to devour human flesh. But there is no solid evidence that any Ruggaroo has ever succeeded in doing so. I think of the Regaru's condition as the supernatural equivalent of an incurable genetic disease. You're born with it, and you hope it never activates, but when it does, there's nothing you can do. Except Regaru have no advanced knowledge of their condition. They only transform after they've impregnated a woman and passed on their genes. This means that their children never know their fathers. We encountered a Regaru named Jack Montgomery in Carthage, Missouri. Jack did his best to resist the change when it hit him, but when a hunter named Travis captured Jack's pregnant wife and threatened to kill them both, Jack killed Travis and tasted his flesh, and his transformation was complete. He tried to eat Dean, so he had no choice but to kill Jack with a flamethrower. Okay. Ghosts and vengeful spirits. Ghosts are the most common supernatural entity that hunters face. Simply put, a ghost is a deceased human being's spirit that, for whatever reason, remains earthbound. Regardless of what a person's nature was in life, the longer they stay a ghost, the more prone they are to irrational, even violent behavior. And since they are capable of affecting objects on the physical plane, they can be quite dangerous to the living. Fortunately, they have several weaknesses. Salt and iron can repel them and render them temporarily powerless, and they can be banished by salting and burning the bones of their mortal bodies. Known varieties of ghosts include poltergeists, specters, reverents, death omens, and mistlings. Bloody Mary. Oh, we remember Bloody Mary from The Wolf Among Us, right? God, this is kind of cool. I like this. Most of the time, urban legends are just stories that are passed from person to person, often teenagers for a spooky thrill. But sometimes these stories are based on a kernel of truth, sometimes a lot more than a kernel. In life, Bloody Mary was Mary Worthington of Indiana. When she was 19, someone broke into her apartment, killed her, and cut out her eyes. She was cremated, so there was no bones to be burned, but her spirit attached itself to a mirror, and that's what kept her earthbound. That and the need to take revenge on her killer. But her killer was never found. As time went by, her mental condition deteriorated, as so often happens with ghosts, and she wanted to get revenge on anyone who was responsible for the death of another person. She began to haunt mirrors, and once her name was said 3 times, either by or near a person who had killed someone, she'd appear in the killer's mirror. As the killer stared into the mirror, their eyes would begin to bleed. Mary would then gouge out their eyes, just as her eyes were taken, and the killer would die. We tracked down the original mirror and summoned her. Well, I summoned her. Dean smashed the mirror while my eyes were bleeding. Once freed, Mary emerged into the real world. But Dean showed Mary her own reflection and told her she was responsible for the death of many people, and in order to fulfill her own program as a ghost, she destroyed herself. I didn't die, obviously, but my eyes were sore as anything for a while. Oh my God. Okay, and this is the last article in here. It's called The Woman in White. Stories of ghostly women in white go back centuries and occur in many cultures. The Hispanic legend of La Llorona, the Weeping Woman, describes a classic woman in white, and there are theories that these creatures may have originated in South America. Other sources suggest that the Greek sorceress Medea, who killed her own children to avenge a betrayal by her husband Jason, may be the first woman in white. Women in white are created when a mother, deceived or rejected by the father of her children, kills her offspring as revenge. Overcome with remorse, the woman commits, and her spirit is reborn as a woman in white, doomed to roam the earth, forever searching for her lost children. Women in white haunt roads and rivers, using them as landmarks as they travel. They prey on men who have hurt women in white, and while they initially appear beautiful, they reveal their true form when attacking lipless, gray-skinned corpses. Women in white have the same strengths and weaknesses of the ghost, and they can be dispatched the same way. Sorry, I'm starting to get antsy the way I'm sitting. Women in white sightings are some of the most frequently reported paranormal encounters in America, and hunters investigate numerous reports every year. Most turn out to be nothing but a local legend, but every once in a while you come across a real thing. Dean and I ran into one in Jericho, California, shortly after I left Stanford to return to hunting. Seems like a lifetime ago. This woman in white was the ghost of Constance Welch. She drowned her 2 children because her husband was unfaithful, and then she herself by jumping off a bridge and drowning as well. She returned as a woman in white, walking along the road and allowing young men to give her a ride. She'd tempt them into being unfaithful, and then she'd off them. Her ghost was banished when the spirits of her 2 children manifested and pulled her into the afterlife. I wish I could say it was a happy ending, but if I did, I'd be lying. And then that's what the back looks like. That's pretty cool. I like this one. Okay. So, after the initial, what is this? This is actually turning out to be a pretty cool advent calendar. And I'm glad I was able to pick it up. I picked this up for like half off. Because I had it on my wish list. You know, I had it as a wish list thing. And I thought, I'll get it at some point. And then when I was doing I got this off Walmart, by the way. I was doing some grocery shopping to be brought to the house for delivery. And when I saw this was half off, it was like an early Black Friday special, I said, nope, I need to get it. So I got half off. And yeah, this is very, very cool. Okay, honestly, that kind of helped, being able to listen to music to help calm me down, being able to get a half and half, and then reading that kind of like lifted my spirits so I don't feel as upset as I did before. Of course, being home with my cats and not at work and being able to relax and all that helps too. I usually record these like between like midnights and 1 or 2 a.m., between those times. And then just get some sleep. And then I edit and upload it to my channel later in the day. On the days I work, it's before I go to work. And then on the days that I don't, I just do it later on in the day. But hopefully later today I'll feel better. Sorry, yawning. I'm tired. Hopefully I'll feel better after some sleep. Sleep is that's normally my go-to when I'm able to, when I feel like real overwhelmed or sad or anything like that. I just do my best to try and lay down, relax. A lot of times I'll lay down, I'll curl up in a blanket or something like that. My kitty will come up and like curl up next to me, and just her purring and her warmth and just knowing that she's there and trying her best to help. She doesn't know what's wrong, but she's trying to help. And that helps me relax enough to fall asleep. And then I won't always be 100% feeling better, but I'll feel better enough that I can get up later on and just push through and continue on with whatever I have to do until I feel better. So that's what I'm going to do. Sorry about my little rambling, but this is like my little tiny outlet that I have until I'm able to get into an actual psychologist and be able to talk my thoughts out. I haven't talked my thoughts out in a long time. It's been a real long time, just because I haven't had the financial means. But with getting Social Security back, and being settled in a new place, hopefully this area is a better area for me to be able to get some sort of help that I need. Fingers crossed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all so much for supporting and just being there. I appreciate each and every one of you. Whether you've been with me from the beginning or you're just finding my channel. Like I said, I hope you've been enjoying these vlogs. I hope you've been enjoying the gaming stuff I've also been posting. Remember, today, not as of this recording, but at some point today, I'm also going to be posting my continuation of my World of Warcraft videos with Branu, I think. His name is so... I never heard his name, so I don't know how to say his name, but it's my Tauren Warlock. My big, cute Tauren Warlock. I just want to, like, pat his head and just, you know, snuggle him. He's so cute. I love him. Yet he's Horde! Cute little Hordy. Oh my gosh. Alright, so yeah. That video is going to be up on my channel. I hope you enjoy it. So that's going to be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later.